Right, hello everyone. Today I'm going to be making a video on how to install Promods. I've done one of these a couple of years ago, um, and it went down quite well. Everyone seemed to find it very useful. Um, I've seen people saying that you can create Promod. I know, for example, like Promods has changed a lot now, since I've downloaded it last and that kind of thing. So I thought I would create a update video for you guys, because I know it's a bit different. So you used to be able to download two at a time, two files at a time last time I used it. But now you can only create one. Sorry, you can only download one file at a time now. And it gives you adverts and that kind of stuff. So I thought I would create another video to help you guys out in 2025. So yeah, so let's get started. So first of all, you've got to go to the Promods website. I will add it in the description if I remember of the video. And when you come to this website, the first thing you should do is come up to here, and obviously you can see my name's here, but it will say sign in or create an account or something like that. So you just click up here and either sign in or create your account if you don't have one already. And then once you do that, you see this page. So now, as well, on top of that, we have Promods Europe, Promods Canada, which we didn't have before, Promods Greatest Steep, I think that's how you say it, and the Middle East add-on. These two packs here are pretty self-explanatory, so I'm not going to bother with these two. I think everyone's mainly here for the map mods, to be honest. But yeah, so first off, we click on Promods Europe, and the first thing we do is we come to this page here, right? This is your important page because this is where you generate your def. Your def is what chooses what characteristics your Promods map will have. So you can change all this here. So cab interior, which I normally leave it the same. Damage level, keep that the same. Only thing I've changed is ultra drawing distance, extreme performance PC only. I would not recommend this if you're on a medium to low end spec. Just leave this as it is. I mean, I've not I will be honest, I've not experienced much of a difference when you select one of these. But I would highly recommend that you just stay with standard, or if you're on low end, near drawing distance. Yeah, I've just got a overpowered PC, so that's why I put it on ultra. But just leave that as it is. Um, these I just leave as they are, to be honest with you. You know, I think I've changed that, which is light blue. It should be red. But yeah, so I've just left this as it is, really. And then all you do is just click generate. Make sure, I think by default now, and in the last video, you had to tick this, but map zoom capability, that used to be an option that you had to tick. It just ticks by default now, I'm pretty sure. But if not, make sure you have that ticked, especially if you want the Middle East add-on and the Greatest Steeps. So make sure you have that ticked. Even if you don't download those extensions, just tick it anyway. It's not going to cause any issues or anything like that. So it's always worth having that. And then once you've done once you've selected all of this, just click generate here. And then you can see up here it's downloaded for me in my downloads folder. So once you've done that, you then just exit out that page. Go back to this first page here. Then go on to step 2. Obviously this is where you see your paid for option and your freeway. And you see how it says here, slow option, split archives, regular server, sponsored by ads, and then free. So yeah, this is the option that you want here. Okay. However, this, I will say, it is literally €1 and for me 87p. Like, I generally would always say just purchase it. Like, it's not a dodgy website whatsoever. In the years since I've created my last video, I've just been buying it. I will be honest with you. I just, like it says here, slow option. It just, now this takes ages since they've made it even slower now. Yeah, see, only download one download at any time, 5 minutes wait between downloads. So this, in theory, over 13 files, right? So let's do a quick calculation. So do 5 times 13. Oh, sorry, can't spell. 13. That's 65 minutes you're going to spend doing this, okay? 65 minutes just to download the free version. When realistically you could just pay to get it downloaded within less than 2 minutes, you know what I mean? But anyway, yeah, so you've come here for the free version. So I would highly recommend you pay for it, but we'll do the free version, as that's what you're here for. Right, so you see all these packs here? Right, so you've literally got to download every single one of these. Yeah, you're going to be here a while. I'm going to fast forward this bit, as you will see, because I'm about to spend loads of time just doing this. But yeah, so download all of these, and then I'll come back to you when I'm done. Ignore that pop-up that just came up. That was something else completely different. But yeah, so here we go. This is the first folder. What I will quickly explain. So, what I would suggest is this. While you're sat here waiting for this to download, make sure you go and grab 7-zip if you don't already have it. I'll also add this in the description if I remember. So, yeah, make sure you grab 7-zip. This is going to be essential to making sure you can download this. I had someone in a group the other day telling me that this is the reason why I actually recreated this video. I had someone in the group the other day saying, "Oh, Promods is just drag and drop." The free version isn't. Okay. Well, I don't even think the paid for version. Yeah, the paid for version you have to extract as well. So it's not just a drag and drop. So yeah, if anyone tells you it's drag and drop, it's not. It won't work for you. You've got to have 7-zip. It even mentions it somewhere on. Yeah, here you go. After downloading, the 7-zip file should be extracted so that you will have 7 SES archives. The files need to be copied into your Eurotruck 2 mod trajectory together with the def file. You should now have 8 files. So it even says there that you need it, okay? So if anyone tells you it's just drag and drop, it's not. This is why people get confused, because now you have 13 files when I think originally in my last video you had 10. I could be wrong on that. But yeah, so download the 7-zip. Basically, you just need to know what bit you're running, okay? So you've got 32-bit and 64. Most modern systems are 64-bit. And all you do is click download. I won't do this because I've already got it. But you just click download, and then I believe it comes in a hold on. Yeah, it comes as an exe file, as you can see here, yeah? So you just go to here, just double click this application here, and then just follow the on-screen instructions. It's that easy. So yeah, just download 7-zip. You will save a hell of a lot of time. And you will need it for a lot more modding as well. So it's always worth getting this. I'll add that in the description too, if I remember the link to that. Right, so we've done the first folder. See? Your last download was less than 5 minutes ago. You have to wait 81 seconds. So this is what has properly changed about this, okay? So I get why they've done it. They've extended the period between downloading because they want you to pay for Promods, which is fair enough. The guys, do a great job and work hard on the mod, and I think that €1 or 86p or whatever it was is worth every penny. And just by giving them that every month, or not every month, but when they release a new version, I don't think that's giving the world, I think that's pretty good to fund their development. So it is worth doing, guys. Okay, I would consider the pay for option. The free way is just long, boring, and difficult. Really. But yeah, so I would highly recommend that you just get the paid for version. But I will be quiet now and fast forward this to download the rest of the folders, and then I'll come back to you once they're all downloaded. Right, so now that all of those are downloaded, that has taken me about an hour to download all of those. So yeah, my workings out was quite correct. It does take some time, but anyway, so now that you've got all of these 13 files installed, we now need to find these in our downloads. Another little side note, this file testing tool here, you don't actually need that, to be fair. So really, now that they've limited it so you can only download one file at a time, realistically, you're never going to really have that much of a chance of getting corrupt files. Whereas in the old, like couple years ago when I made my download video for Promods, obviously you had you could download 3 at a time, but it was only recommended to do 2 because if you did 3, then it would corrupt one of the files. So then this testing tool was actually handy to see if you had any corrupt files or not. But yeah, you don't actually need that now. So anyway, now you've got all these files installed, we will head down to the downloads. You can see all my files are here. 1 to 13, including the def file. So what we'll do is you will copy all of these. Copy. Then you go to documents. So now you need to find the ETS2 mod folder. If you basically want to find your ETS2 documents, it's basically go to your documents on your PC and then find Euro Truck Simulator 2. And then you should have a folder here called mod. If you've only just got Euro Truck or American Truck, I would highly recommend that you just go and download a mod from Workshop, Steam Workshop. Just go here, download one of these. What that will do is it will create a mod folder. That will be called this. You don't. So I wouldn't personally create a mod folder like this because I think it will then duplicate it. So it will create its own anyway. So you better just go and download in some random mod off the workshop to start with. And then once you see this file, double click on it. And this should be an empty file for you. Obviously, if you don't have any mods that you're new to the game. Right. But obviously, if you're not new, sorry, if you are new, you're going to have loads of mods in here, like I do. But ignore all these, right? So what we'll do is we'll paste our new files into here, right? So this is the bit where people seem to get confused, when really it's not all that confusing. So the only file you need to extract is this one here. The first one that you download, not the def. I know the def is technically the first one, but Promods V276 is obviously going to be different to the different versions. 001. It's the 001 that you want to extract. So you go down to show more options, extract to Promods. This will extract. There we go. And then it should be somewhere. Here it is. So now you've got all these. So you can actually delete the. So you need to keep this Promods DLC support. Keep that zipped as well, because if you unzip that, you will have a whole world of issues. So yeah, just for the minute, keep that unzipped. Keep that zipped. But you should have these models here. Model 3, Model 2, Model 1, Media, Map, Assets. Right? So you should have all those now. And right, so now that you've extracted the file down here, this one, what you now need to do is bring these out into the main folder. So you will grab these and then you can copy them, or you could cut them as well. Go back into the main mod folder where all your mods are, paste them into here. It'll take a minute. There you go. So those are all pasted in now. You delete this Promods folder here. Delete that one. And now you should have your media, model 1, model 2, model 3, assets, and map, and Promods DLC support here. Right, so these must be out here because these are an SCS file. If you have them in another folder, like that folder that we just deleted, if you have them in there, they won't get recognized. As I've just tried it. So you cannot have these in another folder. They have to be out like this in your mod folder for them to be recognized. And then you can delete 001 up here, which I've just done. And then you have to leave the rest of these. You have to leave the rest of these files. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and 13. And your def file. Your def file is the most important one, so keep that. But yeah, now that you've extracted these into the main mod folder for ETS, we'll now go to Euro Truck. Sorry, that might have been a bit loud, so do apologise. Click OK, go to mods. I will warn you, I've got a lot of mods active, so you obviously might not have this. It all depends on if you have mods or not. But yeah, so what I'll do is you can see here I've got Promods and it's got this big red mark next to it. That means it's out of date version of the pack. Okay, so what you can do is you can remove these as you don't need them. There you go. So that's those removed. Here we can see our new files. So luckily this is also changed and is changed for the better, which I greatly appreciate Promods doing, is they've actually labeled the files 1 to 8. That is such an handy feature. I kid you not, it's so handy. So I don't even really need to do a video on this bit, but I will anyway. So I do believe you do them in this order, this specific order. If you don't do them in this order and you do your own order, you do risk your game crashing. So do bear that in mind, right? So you do definitions, and then you do map, then you do, I don't know if I type in Promods. Right. So you do your map. Yeah, so you do your definitions, map, and then you do your assets. Then you do model 1, model 2, and model 3. Then media, and then DLC support. Okay? So that is those installed. Ignore these. You don't need these. Just your Promods files. So you should have them in this arrangement. DLC support package being at the top, and definitions package being at the bottom. I do believe this is right load order, but we'll find out now when we load in. Go to continue. Yep. ignore the red symbol, just click load. Continue. Right, so there we go. It's gotten this far. So yeah, I just select my location because where I last was before the update was obviously timed it like this. Ignore my red truck. It wasn't actually looking like this. I do have a skin for it, but clearly it's outdated. So yeah, this should be a bit quicker. Lovely. So yeah, if I go on the map a second to show you, you can clearly see that we do have Promods installed. This stuff here, and you can go all the way to the top of Norway. Sorry, not Norway. Yeah, top of Norway and Sweden and stuff. Not very good on my geography, but yeah. So you can see that we've got Promods installed, right? So let's say you want to go to. Oh, they've added a bit of Greenland. I didn't even realize. Yeah. So let's say you want to go to the Middle East, which is down here. That's why we put the extra map zoom on it. Well, funny you should say that. I will show you how to download that now. Right, so you quit out your game and you will go back to Promods website. Click the Promod symbol. Right, so this time we want the Middle East add-on. Right, so you click the Middle East. You don't generate a def file for this, okay? It says generate a def file. Ignore that. Okay. Just go straight to step 2. Obviously, got 2 options here again. Obviously, your paid for version, your free option. For Middle East, you're better just doing the freeway personally because look, they're both one file. I mean, don't really see the point in paying for it. But like I said, any money you put towards helping Promods does aid them in development, so do bear that in mind. But yeah, so you just click on the download, click on this download here, and just wait for it to download here now. And it'll be, the file will be promods.me. And this is probably one of the simplest bits of it. You can also download the Great Steep 2. Same thing, don't have to generate your def file, just go to step 2. This will be a bit slower because you've got 3 files for this. So you just click on the free version and then you download these 3 packs here. That's downloaded. And I'll probably fast forward this bit again because obviously we're going to be waiting a while. So I will fast forward this and I'll be back in a bit. Right, so now that we've got the final file downloading, what we've got to do now is here it will tell you how to enable the mod and whatnot. One thing I will say about Promods is the fact that they're not awfully too helpful in helping you downloading Promods in the freeway. They don't help you at all, really. I mean, I guess it. Obviously, they want you to pay for it. I'm just double checking here. Well, they do have a Promods tutorial, but I don't think it's all that helpful, to be honest. But yeah, so that's the reason why I'm kind of creating this tutorial to hopefully help you out a little bit, and go into a bit more detail on time, on explaining things so you understand for the future. But yeah, so now that we've got the Middle East installed and the Greatest Steep, what we'll do, don't know why Trucky's open again. What we will do is we will go to the files, so go to downloads, and here you'll see our 4 files that we've just installed. You can ignore these ones as we don't need them anymore. So yeah, we've got these 4 files. This one here, the Promods Me, if you remember, that is the Middle East. So this will be the first one we do. So I will go down to Documents, ETS2, Mod, paste it into here. This file here, because it's the only file for the Middle East, you will need to extract it. There you go, extract it like that, delete the folder. Here, Promods Me, click into it. You've got README, but that basically just tells you that you may not re-upload the mod and blah blah blah. All the important stuff, basically. So yeah, you just copy these 2 here. The Promods Me assets and Promods Me def map. We will paste it into your main mod folder again, like that. You can now delete the Promods Me. You no longer need that. So as well as with your main Promods now, these ones here, you now have your Middle East add-on, which is Promods Me assets and Promods Me def map. So these are your 2 Middle East ones. Right? So that's the Middle East, on how to install the Middle East. Obviously, if you only wanted Promods, the first part of the video is the main bit for you. You know, that was the main bit there, just getting that done. If you want the Middle East, that's how you install the Middle East. Just download that one folder, extract it, drag the 2 files into here, delete the folder. And yeah, so that's the Middle East. I will at the end show the new order in which you should do these things, or put these things in. So now we grab the Greatest Steep. I know I'm probably butchering the name of that, by the way. But yeah, so you grab these folders, copy and paste them. Documents, ETS2, mod, once again, and then paste them in here. Right, so once again, like with Promods, you only extract the first file. As that's all you need. So we go to extract. And then you will see def map and assets, like you did with the Middle East. Okay, so what you do, like you did with the Middle East, you just copy, paste, and now you've got your Promods TGS def map and Promods TGS assets. All right. And then you can delete Promods TGS, that file that you extracted. If you can find it, you can also delete there it is. Promods TGS 001. You can delete that too. I'm pretty sure I deleted the Middle East one, don't I? Can't quite remember. But yeah, so you can delete those files because you have them here. That's what these are. So yeah, that's basically you now having the Middle East installed, the Greatest Steep, and Promods itself. Quite simple, really. There's not a lot to it. Just gotta be patient and take your time with it, you know. Just like anything. But yeah, so that's that. It's not the end of the video quite yet. We'll load up Euro Truck again. What I will do is I was going to take my mods out so it loads a bit quicker, but Promods generally is going to take a while now anyway. If you have both add-ons enabled, it's going to take it's going to take a while. But yeah. Right, so I do believe I'm not 100% on this load order, but it works for me. Is you put your definitions first, then your assets for Middle East, and then you put your definitions for Greatest Steep and assets. So the Promods should be at the bottom in this order. So definitions, map, assets, model package 1, model package 2, model package 3, media package, DLC support. And then you've got your Promods Middle East def and your Promods Middle East assets. Then your Greatest Steep def and then your Greatest Steep assets. So it should be in that order. And I believe it should load in without any issues. But we're about to find out, so I will come back to you once this is loaded. Right, so as you can see, has loaded in correctly. Don't ask why this is all over the show, because I'm not too sure why all this is misaligned. It does seem when you add like all the map mods in, it does move the whole map over a bit, and I don't know why it does that. I think that might just be compatibility issues. But yeah, so let me go back to Glasgow. And we'll load in to make sure it's fine. And it is. So yeah, that is basically a tutorial on how to download Promods. You can see the Middle East here. working just fine. Greatest steep is over here. So you cross over and you can go all the way up to up here. Obviously, it is owned by Promods now, so Promods are currently working on this, as well as Middle East, which is here. And yeah, so that's pretty much how to install Promods, Middle East, and Greater Steep. If you have any questions, please feel free to drop me a comment. I will try and help as best as I can. What I will say briefly, as I have had questions about it on, and sorry, I've had questions on it on my last video, is I've had people in the comments asking for me to send the files over for Promods, which I will never do. So don't even bother asking. Mainly for the whole fact that, one, you're not allowed to redistribute files. Even if I didn't charge for, even if I'm not charging to send them, you can physically re-upload people's work. It's not fair. So the whole reason of me creating that video is to show you how to download it yourself and take it into your own hands on how to download it. That took me 2 hours roughly, bit less I would say, because I rambled on a lot at the beginning. But yeah, so roughly an hour and a half at least it's going to take you to download Promods and Middle East and Greater Steep. That's the free way. Like I said, and I will reiterate, like I did say at the start of the video, I would highly recommend that you just give that little donation of €1 or 86p or whatever it was, and for the rest of the add-ons, if that's what you want, to Promods, because honestly, like, all this work is amazing. Like, look at these little twisty roads here. I'm sure the scenery is amazing on them, because I haven't been down them. But some of the back roads I have been down in Promods are absolutely stunning, and I think it is honestly worth every single penny that you give to them, because at the end of the day, you won't have this if you don't support them. So although I've created this video for free to help you, download it for free, I would highly recommend that you just use the paid for version, especially if you don't have a couple of hours on free to download it, because yeah, I've basically gone through the pain of doing it, doing the video for you, so you know how to do it. But you choose whether or not an hour and a half is worth your time. Obviously, it's your choice, and no one's going to hold that against you. But obviously, do always think about Promods. They do this work so that we can enjoy Euro Truck to be what it is, and giving a little donation doesn't hurt. But yeah, enough rambling about that. I appreciate you guys watching this video, and if you have enjoyed, please do drop a like. And like I said, any queries, anything like that, please do comment. I will do my best to help you. I will remember to add 7-zip in the description if you need that, and I will also add the Promods website link. It's very important that you create an account before you even attempt this, because you won't get anywhere else. But yeah, So I will catch you guys in the next video. I appreciate you watching. See you next time.